Hello everyone, welcome to Little Meatballs Nursery. I'm Sandra. Welcome if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. Hey guys, happy hump day. It's hump day. Hump day. We are not doing any humping over here today, okay? What we are going to do today is make a baby. Now, this type of baby does not require any humping to make. So, we're all good there. So actually, we are just going to make a baby by stuffing it with some polyfill and stuffing the legs and the arms and the head. I already stuffed the head yesterday's video. So we got to work on the limbs, the body with the zip ties and everything. And I got my couple of tools. I don't know how well this is going to work out, okay? But I have everything I need in front of me, except for a working table. So you might see just the back of my head for a while we're making the baby. So, anyway, I'm just full of jokes. Anyway, so on a more serious note, we'll look at a couple of babies first. We're not going to do the reborns today. I think like Monday we'll do like, because I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow, because I got to get ready for the graduation Friday and the party and everything. I still have to blow up tons of balloons. Well, I don't blow up the balloons, Jason does, but we still have to decorate with the balloons and streamers. I got to figure out, he's got to get the tablecloth and all that stuff. And I mean, it doesn't take long to put that shit together, but I just want everything to be, ready. I still have to write out his card. I just have to do a few things, so I'm probably not going to do a video tomorrow because I have things to get ready. And Friday's the graduation. So obviously I'm not going to do a full length video Friday. I might do like, well, I mean, if it depends. See, that depends. If I get most of the things done tomorrow, then I might be able to hop on here for an hour or so before, before they get home. So I might be able to do that. I don't know. But my plan is, of course, I'm going to do some shorts and pictures and stuff like that of the cake and him and us and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know about a full video. So that's why I say Monday for the reborns, because this way we have time to, talk about them, dress them. I know I haven't shown a lot of them lately, but I did show some outfits. Oh my God, before we get into this doll making and everything, of course, I'm going to bring on the new baby, Hubba Bubba Chubba, and his name reveal. But I wanted to tell you guys. So, I got that other gown. Here's the Lightning McQueen one, which I can't wait to put on Jack. So I washed them. Now, I wound up having to return the other copper pearl gown that I really loved, the second girl one. So the first one I didn't like because of the print, so that went back. The one that I opened yesterday, I think it was, or the day before, I think it was yesterday. The one that had like flounder on it and, the teapot from Beauty and the Beast and the, whatever, the genie bottle lamp and I loved that one. And they don't have it anymore on Amazon. And I was so happy to put olive in that, right? So I said, okay, so last night I washed everything on Delicate like I always do with the draft. I washed this other gown. I washed her strawberry outfit. So that's over here. And I washed a baby blanket. But anyway, so I'm going to fold them last night after they come out of the dryer. And the fucking snap, the top snap of that gown, okay, so if I open this like this part of the snap totally came out and was on this side snapped. So it was just this back piece was here, but the front snap stayed snapped in to the front. So you couldn't put it back together. It was just the material there. It was stuck. The snap was stuck to that. So there was no way of fixing it. I mean, I could have put like a pin or something, but I'm saying fuck that for like, for a $34 gown, and I just washed it, didn't even wear it, nothing. I'm like, fuck that, it's going back. As much as I hated to give back that print because you can't get it again, But I checked on the Copper Pearl website this morning because I do love that gown, and the blue bow one they have as well there. So they have those in stock on the actual Copper Pearl website. So that's going to have to wait till next month. But, you know, you can't use Amazon credit on Copper Pearl. Not that I know of anyway. So either going to have to wait for it to come back in stock or wait till next month and then just buy them on there. You know, that really sucked, you know. But at least now maybe I could get the Star Wars or they had another one. I can't think of it, but like all the Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse, all those already sold out on Amazon. So they're obviously popular, you know. So that'll go on Jack. And then this one, I washed. This is the one, remember, I got from Macari for $1 and change because I was a new customer or whatever. So this is going to look really perfect on Olive. So I do have, obviously, do have this outfit, new outfit I'm going to put on her when we do change Olive. So we'll change her into the strawberry set, and we'll change Jack into the car night gown. I was going to put it on him for graduation, but you know, whatever. And then now this Peppa Pig dress was meant for chunky butts. That's what I'm going to call them, chunky butts. Yes, Ellie, I now have a chunky butts too. It's not the same chunky butts, but it is in fact another chunky butts. Okay. So, this is 12 months. Now I will try this on, Maddie. I mean, I'm not going to return it, you know, I might as well keep it. I mean, it has the tag. I mean, it depends if she wears it or not, you know. Maybe that would be cute pictures to put in it because it has the strawberries, and then she could hold Olive because Olive will have the strawberry outfit on. I don't know. I mean, but we'll see. So then right there, that should tell you that the new guy is actually staying a guy. So Ellie, here is my chunky butts. You ready, Sherry? I'm going to show her. Let's see what she thinks. So his hair is very messy right now because Danny was playing with him because he absolutely loves him. He says this is his new play buddy pal or whatever, play pal. So let me just fix his hair a little bit. It's all crazy. Oh my gosh. Now we like it just like with the little curls on top because I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like Elvis Presley maybe do. I know it's terrible to even compare Elvis Presley's hair to this, but you know what I mean. Okay, so, let's see. All right, so right now he's just got a stack of it on his hair, right? But I will comb it later. So here's Chunky Butts. Ellie, what do you think of my Chunky Butts? Come on, what do you think of him? Is he cute? What name would you give him? He's wearing a whale outfit. He looks pretty mad, huh? I wonder why he's mad. Do you know why, Ellie? Look at him. What could he be so mad about? Maybe somebody took his bottle? You think? They took his cookies. Maybe they took his candy. I don't know. You're going to have to let me know, Ellie, okay? Tell Grandma and she'll tell me. Oh my gosh. No, she doesn't call her Grandma. I forgot what you call her. Oh, shit. I forgot what she calls you, Sherry. Tink. Tink. You go tell Tink what you think of my chunky butts, okay? So, this is the new guy, okay? And he is an Amazon replica of the Charlotte kit. Now, he's by Terabithia, and at first, well, if you go watch my box opening yesterday, there were a few issues. Nothing, look at how big he is. I feel small. That hardly happens. Okay. I feel tiny now. Anyway, So, where was I? I have a lot of luck usually with the Terabithia. The other brands, no. So we will be sticking with that brand at least. I know that much. Currently, they don't have such a large selection of dolls from Terabithia that are like readily available to ship, like from Amazon, in other words. Like a lot of, they do have a lot of them, but like I would say most of them you have to order from actually like China or Hong Kong, wherever they're made, you know, which then takes like 4 to 6 weeks to receive it after you order it. So I mean, you know, it couldn't be like a last minute gift thing. You would have to like order it in advance or really not need it for any certain time frame. Now, that being said, they do have a redhead Terabithia Charlotte. And honestly, I think I might get her and keep her as a girl. Somebody in my comments yesterday said that the redhead has longer hair, which could be good or not good on this face. I would have to see it in person, but all I know is she looks so cute with the red hair. So I also had somebody in my comments say that this doll does look like the authentic Charlotte. So, you know, I'm sure it doesn't feel that way or look that way in person, but at least, you know, it has somewhat of a, you know, a realistic look to that kit. So really chunky arms. I think, honestly, though, like sitting next to Maddie and Maggie, this one is pale. This one doesn't have a lot of coloring, especially on the limbs. The cheeks are good. You know, the lips are good. The eyebrows are great. The hair is nice and soft. And it smells nice because I sprayed some perfume in it. So it smells good. And the vinyl doesn't smell anymore. So it most likely, that odor that I was describing yesterday was probably because, like I said, it was tightly in the box, in a bag, wrapped in another bag. And so it probably just caught, it probably was sitting there a while, is my guess. And so it just sat and just, you know, when you first open it, it's like, you know. So, you know, so now it's better. So we don't have to worry about the odor. What else yesterday did I say? I think, you know, the vinyl, because yesterday I was saying it's harder than the other girls. I think it softened up a little bit. Maybe it was too cold, and so that makes it harder. Now I won't be like taking him apart and doing nothing with him. I think, you know, he's good the way he is. He's buff, you know, he's ready to battle. He's Danny's battling partner for the summer. So the flat dent up here is under this pile of hair. So you're not, unless you go looking, digging for it, you're not going to be able to notice it anyway. So that was the bigger issue, you know. Now, if this was $100 doll, then yeah, maybe I would say, okay, no, it's got to go back. You know, I want a new one. But being that I got it for, I think this one was $60 with tax, I think $60. So for $60, really not a bad doll. I mean, that other one, Derek, was 50, right? Something like that, 55. And this at least looks like a Reborn. You know what I'm saying? Like the other one, Derek, you could tell it's like straight up doll. Not worth the money. This one is. So in my opinion, these are my opinions, guys. So I'm just letting you know. A lot of people thought this straight up looked like a girl. They see no boy. And then when I changed him, then a couple people were like, okay, I see boy now. And some people were straight up like, no, that's a girl. That's a definite girl. And then I had a couple people that said that's a boy. So very, you know, a lot of opinions across the board, and I appreciate each and every one of them. But as you see, he is staying a boy in my house. And then eventually, if I get the girl, the redhead Charlotte, down the line, then she will be the girl. So I'll have boy and girl twins. So, I mean, this is way better than my buddy, you know. And I was almost going to get my buddy and stash it away for Christmas for Danny. But I think he found his buddy. So he was playing with him all night. He was sitting watching TV with him. He was even he sat him up so that he could watch him draw on his tablet. So the way he put him was like this. Like he was looking at his tablet when he was drawing. It was so funny. Because he took him inside. And he was in his room with him. And he was like, I looked over at the couch and I was like, what the heck? So I said, Danny, do you have the new baby in there? He says, yeah, he's watching me draw. So I had to go look. And when I went in there, Danny's like laying on his pillows on the bed, you know, with the tablet. And then he's right next to him like this. But he's like this so that he's looking at, he positioned him. So anyway, I can't say that this is my new doll. I'm not sure yet. Danny's probably going to, even this morning, he's like, I'll be back from school soon. And he pulled out that I have a new little furry rug that I didn't know where I was going to put it yet. I haven't used it, so I slid it under my couch. So he pulled it out. He's like, no, you're going to sit here. And then he brought over the coffee set with the donuts and everything. He says, you're going to have a picnic and I'll be home from school soon. So I said, Danny, don't worry about it. I said, Mommy will set it up. Because I knew I was going to show him today. So before he gets home, I'll bring it out and then set up with the tea with the girls and everything. It'll be a nice toddler scene. I'll be sure to take pictures for you guys. But anyway, so we really didn't go through a lot of names because Danny was pretty sure that he wanted to name him Georgie. Now, I like Georgie. You know, I like the name, but I don't. Because you know how I am with like funny words put together, and then I'm like, nope, can't do it. Nope, can't do it. However, we could just call him George or, you know, little George. But I let him keep the name. I think it's cute. You know, then right away he was like, oh, but the clown, you know, because of the It movie and the kid's name is little Georgie or Georgie, whatever. So, you know, we're not going to be letting him play with any sailboats anytime soon or letting him play out by the sewers, nothing like that. So I think we're all good with that. And so everyone, please welcome Georgie.
That's right. My name's Georgie. I almost cursed, but I won't. I'm not going to be like Maggie. I promise I won't. I'm going to be tough. I'm going to stand strong. But she better listen to me or else.
All right, Georgie, calm down. Now, the funny thing is when I put my chunky butts, I'm going to call them chunky butts. When I put my chunky butts over there, okay, on the couch, I'm looking over, because remember I told you I put the silicones in the little carrier. So I'm looking at Harold, and I'm like, oh my God, they look like brothers. So look at this, guys. I mean, look at this. I was so shocked. I was like, what? So here's Harold. Look at this. They're brothers. They're brothers. Now, Harold is silicone and he's vinyl, so I don't really want to, I mean, he's covered, you know, his mitts and everything, but, so, so he's heavy, but so, yeah, so now they have each other. Look at that. One's happy, one's not. It's like real kids, right? You know, one's happy, one's not. One's sad, one's mad. Oh my God. All right. So there's Georgie.
Time to make my brother.
Yep, time to make your brother. But he's not going to be made in the factory. He's going to be made here on YouTube. So he's going to be a tube baby. That's what he's going to be. Let's make him, all right? He's going to be I'm making a doll, guys. I'm making a doll. I don't know. I think this is the first one I'm ever putting together fully. If I could remember correctly. I don't know. But I have my I pulled out my suitcase, my luggage that Ann sent me, and I got all the tools I need in here. So let's see what we got, right? All right. Georgie, where are you going to go? You want to sit back here? Here. Let's sit you back here so people can see you, okay? Can people see you back there? Yeah. Okay. There. Okay, so now I found, okay, I got the zip ties, right? I don't know if I'm going to use the ones they came with or the ones Alicia sent me. I'm going to see if there's any difference, if they appear to be any better off to use. In here, I got my weighting in case I want to put the weighting in. I'm not sure. Look, I got my one hosiery full of beads. That's a pretty big log, you know? And then I got, of course, you need clippers for the zip ties. And I got my soft polyfill. I also brought some of Danny's polyfill here because I'm going to show you the difference in the polyfill. Now, of course, in the limbs, I don't think it's really going to matter. In the body, you're probably going to be able to see a difference, you know, feel a difference. I mean, I could feel a difference just like that. So here, let me just show you that quick. Okay, so here's Danny's polyfill that I'm probably going to use for the limbs because you're not going to feel it, you know. This is the one I bought and the one I stuffed the head with, which I probably shouldn't have. I still could take it out, but I don't want to do all that again. You could see it. You could see how soft this is and how, you know, this is more coarse. So, for the body, we'll use the soft one. For the limbs, we'll use that one. I should have brought a lint roller with me because I'm sure I'm going to be full of it by the time that we're done. And then I found a couple tools to push down the polyfill in the limbs. So, this is what I came up with, okay, guys? Ready? This is the first one that I just used to decorate the cupcakes with, which there's a little, there we go. All right, it's clean. I promise this was in the dishwasher. It probably just left a spot on it. We could just use an alcohol wipe. But anyway, so we got the spatula. So it was spatula. Okay, the straight cake decorating spatula. We're gonna try to stuff that poly. Okay. Now, in the event that this one doesn't work, okay, which now I'm thinking this is silicone. So is that going to affect the vinyl if I use this? Now I'm thinking. Somebody said use chopsticks. I don't have any. So this was the best next thing I could find. And this is a Christmas tree pick. So why do I have this out, you say? Why would Sandra have a Christmas tree pick out in June? I don't fucking know. Look, it was just on the shelf, okay? Don't worry, guys. I did not take my Christmas tree out yet. I did not decorate anything, okay? Year round, I will tell you, we keep up the lights, you know, because who the hell wants to go up and down every year, you know? I don't want Jason, you know, and then what if he can't do it one year or whatever? So we keep them up. They're just white lights anyway. We don't keep them on. They're off until Christmas season. I keep my wreaths out all year round. They're silver. You know, greenery with silver. So I always keep the one on the back of my door, and there's one on the wall in there. And then I know there was another Christmas thing. I don't know, but just a couple of things. These, I believe, this I found, I think the doll was holding this. Because, you know, I decorate the shelf and stuff, and I guess I forgot this one. And I looked, and I was like, oh, that might work, you know. So we'll have to shove the polyfill in and see which one works best. What are you guys voting for? Which one you think is going to work best to get that polyfill in there? All right, we're going to try it. We're going to try it all, okay? Here on Sandra's Wacky Worlds. Sandra's Wacky World. All right. Okay. So, first we need the limbs, right? Okay. So here's the back of limbs. Danny was pretty freaked out when I showed him. He's like, but why? What? But why? Because it's cheaper, son. Because mother doesn't have enough money to get another doll right now, so I gotta put it together myself. Kind of like when you make your clay figures, because mommy can't get you all the figures from the store, you make them yourself. Doesn't it make it so much more special? And he's like, yeah. I said, well, that's what I'm doing with this doll. This is either gonna be a great experience, guys, I'm telling you now, or it's gonna be hectic. We'll say hectic. Now, I already told Sherry, if you see like a doll leg or a doll arm flying across the sky tonight towards you, because she's on the East Coast, Christina, you guys might even be able to see it over there, okay? If you see a limb flying, that's things not working out for Sandra, okay? A doll limb, everyone. Let's make that clear. Okay, so I have something, don't I, hanging from my nose ring. It was a little polyfill. We don't need polyfill there. Okay, so here is the body. This is the part I'm actually a little concerned about because it does seem a little like small. It does seem a little small for the limbs, but we'll just see how it goes, right? I mean, if it doesn't work, then then I know, and then I'll have to buy a new body. What am I gonna do? But it should work. You know, let's all right, we'll put that there. And then we got one leg, two leg. I almost feel like making a lamp out of this one. Oh my gosh. So we got these two. And this is pretty nice vinyl, I'll tell you. Pretty nice. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Okay, so we'll put the limbs there. I hope like nobody knocks on my door not right now that I have to open and I have limbs laid out across a crib full of babies in the living room. Zip ties. Where's the tape? Oh shit. Sure, come on in. Can I get you some coffee? Okay, so right away I'll tell you the limbs, the zip ties that they give us are shorter than these. So I may need, I think they're the same width, but they're way shorter. So let's just see how it goes, okay? So we'll put those in there. And then get the arms out. My eye, guys, if you see it twitching, my eye has been twitching for like the past day and a half, and I don't know why. It's just odd. It's like, I read about it. It says it could be stress or, you know, nerves and stuff like that, but it's like right up here where it keeps like by itself, just like going like this. And it's like it just happens, like it's involuntary, obviously. But I don't know why it's doing that, you know? And of course, little things like that, I always get very nervous and scared because my mom had several mini strokes before she died. She didn't die of a stroke. Not that I know of. Not that anyone knows of. It's a mystery. But why did I have to start talking about my mom now? We're not talking about my mom now, okay? So, these arms, I think this is going to be harder to get the polyfill in. You know what? Let's just see something quick, okay? So, this might be a long video, guys. So, if you need to go pee, if you need to go do something, okay? Which I missed one of the questions under Christina's Summer Love and Tag, so I'm going to answer it now because I realized it after I watched Anne's answers to the tag yesterday. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I missed this question. I don't know how I missed it because it was right there because I went back to Christina's page and checked and she had it there. So I must have just skipped over it. But anyway, it was sweet tea or lemonade. I don't do either. I don't do either. I hate lemonade. I can't stand lemonade. Even as a young kid, I always loved apple juice. Apple juice, apple juice. That's all I loved was apple juice. Or Tang. We love Tang. My mom always used to make Tang. Yeah, I didn't like lemonade because it always gave me a sore throat. But now looking back at it, I think it could be because my mom always used to make it herself, like homemade. But she would only use like one real lemon in the whole fucking pitcher. And she would buy that fake lemon juice shit. Now, I know that's good for some things, okay? And they say you can make lemonade with it. But I'm sorry. It made it so, like, bitter and, like, maybe she didn't put enough sugar in it. But no. The tea that my mother would make, she would boil water and then put, like, a bunch of bags of the Lipton tea bags in it. And then she would add her own sugar and put it in the fridge. Blech. Okay? Yuck, yuck, and yuck. Didn't like neither. I did try. Now, we get the Crystal Light sweet tea mixes. So the kids drink that a lot. So I will drink that if there's nothing else. Okay? But I wouldn't go to it. And it has to have a lot of ice in it. But other than that, I did have I don't know if it was a McDonald's sweet tea. I had a sweet tea somewhere that I actually really loved. I forgot where it was now, though. I forgot where it was. But that one was okay. But lemonade, I will never try again. For the simple fact of those horrible memories of that bitter, and it always gave me a sore throat. So I was like, no, thank you. I prefer cold coffee wherever possible. Cold coffee, Italian ice. I know it's not really a drink, but it could be, you know. And water. I love seltzer is my drink for the summer. Cold coffee and flavored seltzer are my go-tos for the summer for a drink. Now, flavored seltzer, I don't mean the sweet seltzer. Can't do that. My kids like that, like the blue raspberry, Great Value seltzer. Blech, too sweet. Those are overly sweet. I like the ones that have the hint of the flavor, it says, but it's still a clear, plain seltzer, just with a hint of coconut or a hint of strawberry. Nothing sugary. It's just seltzer. That's what I love to drink, all right? And then the iced coffee's in between. Now, I don't like when the iced coffees get watered down. So if I'm having an iced coffee, I got to drink it within, because I drink coffee all day long. So like my coffee will sit there for an hour or two before I finish it. Once I get up in the morning, I have to have like 3 cups of coffee back to back. And then after the 3rd cup, then I slow down a little. I'll have maybe a cup an hour, something like that. We usually make 2.5 pots a day. And it's just me and Jason. And he'll drink maybe 3 cups total. So, and I have a 12-cup maker. So, but it's not the coffee that's so bad. It's the half and half that I'm using. But, remember I think I told you guys that I decided to, instead of just dropping half and half, because I couldn't do it. I tried not getting it for a week, and I just about went batshit crazy, okay? I need my creamer. So, I got the half and half, but I halved it. So, I put half and half, and then put the rest whole milk. So, I was able to make 2 containers with half the half and half whole milk in each container. So, it did cut it in half, and it made it last twice as long so that I didn't have to buy another whole thing of half and half. So, it's something. So, I cut half of it out, half of the half and half, okay? So, what was my point? Oh, so it's not as, so it's not the coffee that's as bad. But I did cut it in half, so that's good, right? I mean, it's something, right? Something, right? And I really think I should get that stationary little bicycle thing, you know? I really think I should, because why not, you know? I read the reviews and like, oh, it breaks. Oh, my biggest thing is I have to get something that doesn't have the straps that go over your feet. You know, something that just has a flat surface, because my sweet feet get so swollen, especially in the hot summer months. You really don't want to see my feet, because my feet get so swollen on the tops, especially, that I cannot fit in a shoe at all. Sometimes, and I get a flip-flop size up, and it's just a flip-flop, a regular cheap-ass flip-flop from Walmart, and sometimes those straps won't even go over enough to secure my foot in, and I always feel like I'm gonna fall. And Jason's like, well, you're gonna have to get some diabetic shoes or something. I'm like, no, I am not diabetic. You know, I mean, if I was, then I'd be taking the Ozempic already. So I'm not gonna wear diabetic shoes when I can't even get the Ozempic. If they give it to me, then anyway. So Jason should be home soon. He went to pick up my meds at Walmart, and he went to make the return for that gown with the broken snap, and also return the sheet, the floral sheet. It went back, because when I went to wash that, we'll just say that I found a defect. So, you know. Anyway, so let's try. Nope, that ain't, oh, no, that's not going to work, because it won't curve. I mean, okay, this goes right to here, okay, but how am I going to get the rest? So that's probably not going to work for this. Let's try this. I'm just afraid I don't want to like pierce the vinyl neither. I need something that twists, and Jason will probably find me something when he gets home. Although this morning he's like, what do you want me to find you? I mean, this goes like, if I maneuver this a little bit. Where is it? Oh. Where is it? That's oh my God. I was just thinking silly things. All right. So it's right. Wait. Come on. See, it's so skinny you can't even find it. All right. It's about down to here. So I think once I start pushing the polyfill in, we won't need to go all the way down to there anyway. So one of these will work for the arms. The legs. Okay. Let's see. All right. It looks really creepy in there. It almost looks like my colonoscopy pictures. You guys want to see? Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay. So this, oh yes, right all the way down. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so this definitely for the legs. The other one probably gonna need for the arms. And then the body, you know what? Let's just, so we're gonna, I'm confused. So let's try this. So the zip ties go in the body. Do I put the limbs on, then stuff the body, or I stuff the body, then attach the limbs? Listen, I'm usually just a head popper, okay? I will pop the head off if I need to add weight or take out weight, put it back on, that's it. I've never done this before like this, putting a whole doll together. So I don't know how the artist, you know, what the steps are, but we're going to roll with it, okay? So I'm assuming, okay, we got this, right? Which it makes the arm, okay. Now I should kind of do this, right? but don't pull it all the way because we got to wait till the arm's in there, right? And then, oh, is there an extra long one like for the neck, or they're all the same? Let me see, are they all the same? No, see, good thing I checked. This one must be for the head because that's extra long. Okay. I think they give you an extra one too. Okay, so this is a little what I'm worried about here. So, okay, so this, so far so good, right? So far so good. All right. This one looks a little longer. Oh shit, maybe the bigger ones are for the legs. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Didn't any of you notice that? Come on, you guys are supposed to be fucking helping me here. You know what? We're just gonna leave it because I'll just have to use one of Alicia's ties for that, for the leg. Stupid. All right, well, look, it's my first time, okay? Your first time is always, you know, not perfect by any means, all right? So, and here I am all excited. Oh, yeah, there's a longer one for the neck. So then the neck. So you know what? We're going to use the same. Let's try it. I don't. Maybe these, let's see. Maybe these just won't be long enough is the problem. Oh, yeah, they give you an extra one, too. They do have an extra one, but it's not. I mean, why not? It works. Yeah, I'm coming. Yeah, I know. I think we're going to just, you know what? Should I leave this one, guys, or no? I mean, it's the same thickness. It's not going to, like, you know, like, hold on. Okay, we're back. So, I put the wrong one on here. I put a leg on an arm, but I think it's okay because they're the same width. They're just, this one's just a little longer. It's okay. Now, see, if I didn't have any extra zip ties, then I'd be screwed. So, Alicia, thank you. All right, so where was the longer one? This one. So we need, let's take 3 of these. All right, 2 for the legs, and we need 1 for the head. So Jason's home now. So we'll see how that goes. Should probably take a rubber band off before I start pulling them out. I'm on a video.
Yeah, great.
So, okay. Oh, don't need that many. Okay, now. All right, they're not, I don't know, they're not closing for some reason now. I'm gonna have to just put them, I should put them in a regular Ziploc anyway, which I don't know if I have right here. Oh, wait, there, okay. Okay. All right, so we'll put that, well, we'll put that over here. Okay. So now let's see if these are gonna, they're obviously way better than these. You could see just by the, it looks like they have the metal grip inside. These don't. These are just all plastic. But that's okay. Let's see how the leg, okay, goes on here. All right. This is a nice project, right? Nice fun crafting project. You know, if they have one, maybe that might be cool for me and Danny to do. Maybe they have a couple more. I don't know. I think for the price though, pretty darn good, right? 28 bucks. That's doable, you know? That's how much you spend on a freaking Barbie doll. I mean, oh, okay, so there's the leg one. And then I know I'm gonna get lint all over me from the polyfill, but that's okay. We're doll making. Should have an apron on, which I don't have. I don't have a dolly making apron. I would love an apron. I should put one on my wish list. So I don't have one. And if I'm going to be doing crafts, especially this summer, clay and painting and everything else. I don't know if I'm putting that one right. Am I doing this right? Wait. Yep. Okay, so we got the last one in, except the neck. So, wait, I don't know. Did that go in right? I don't know if that's the right way. Well, we'll see. All right. So I'll put this one here. Okay, all right. Then, this one for the neck. Should I sign the body? I probably should, right? I made it. All right, let's see. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Okay, so now we got all the zip ties on the body. Okay, is that how you do it? All ready to go? But now we can't really stuff this though until the limbs are on, because otherwise the stuffing's just gonna fall out. Right? So I guess we just leave this like this. It's all ready to go. Got a little chicken body here. Okay, and now we're going to stuff the, let's do the arms, I guess, first, because I think the legs are easier. Who's this? Okay. Hey, Anne. Hey, hey. Yes, I will go listen to your messages. Hello. Okay. I actually listened to them earlier, but I just didn't get a chance to respond, but I will. Okay. So, okay, so now we know that we're going to use this polyfill for this. Not alone. I'm not alone anymore. Okay, so, yeah, I guess to start it, I'm just going to use my finger, and then we'll, from there, graduate to the tool. And, oh, ow! Oh, that wasn't such a good idea. Okay. Ow! Mother. Fucking light. Gripped my fucking knuckle. Shit. All right. That's how you want to play. All right. At least when you make your own doll like this, you know it's in the stuffing, right? Because a lot of times, how many times do you open up a doll and it has hair in it like this? Then at least we know it's ours. But like, I mean, I've opened like Paradise Galleries dolls and had like even little wrappers, candy wrappers I found in there, used. So you want to, at least this way you know it's in the doll, right? And gonna say something. Oh, there's a Paradise Galleries doll that I've had twice before that both me and Danny are looking for it, and I can't find it. If anybody knows where I could find one, Paradise Galleries is not shipping right now for some reason, and I don't know if they have this doll still in stock. Amazon does not sell Paradise Galleries anymore. I don't know why. I don't know if they're going out of business. I don't know what's happening. But there is a doll called Kenzo, and he is an Asian little boy. Black hair, brown eyes, and he's smiling, and I believe he has a smile, some sort of smile. And he's dressed in red pants with a white and red shirt. I feel like I'm sending out an Amber Alert. His name is Kenzo from Paradise Galleries from Ping Lao, and we would love to have him in the collection. So if anybody knows where I could find Kenzo, or if you have one that maybe you're willing to sell, please let me know, because we really would love to have him in the collection. Okay, so I'm going to have to use this. Okay, because it did not, I ain't sticking my finger in that again. Okay, come on, get down there. We might be here a minute stuffing. I might at some point pause you guys to get like the other arm stuffed, you know what I'm saying? Like do one limb, pause you, and do the other one quick or whatever, because otherwise this is going to drag on. And I don't want you guys to like, although, you know, bloopers happen, we don't know, right? You might want to stay tuned for it, I don't know. Okay, so what's happening here is it's not going anywhere. Well, wait. You know, the idea is to get it down here, and I think it's not even really, I might need another tool. Unless, maybe I should have used the softer poly. Maybe this one's too, you know, it's not workable enough. I don't know. But we gotta find a way to pack it down. Oh, toilet flushing, how great. Anyway, so yeah, it needs something with force. Like that little skinny pole doesn't have much force. You need something big and hard to push this down. Yeah, it's not really gonna be able to get in the wrist area. I'm not so worried about it. This is more to give it some weight. I should have just poured some beads in the top, like the front part. I think that's what people do. Because how the hell are you gonna, how would I get this in here? You know, I don't want to rip the vinyl. That would suck. Don't look at me like that, Georgie, okay? I'm trying to build your brother best I can. Why am I getting marks now between my eyes? As you see, I don't have much makeup on today. I'm going to put some, but I didn't go all out like usual, darlings. Neither with my hair, neither, darlings. Okay. Oh, this is working. Okay, this is working. All right. We don't want to make her too stiff, but we just want to get some in there. So this is working. So once you get some in and you start pushing it towards the elbow, then it has, you know, obviously has nowhere to go. It has to go down. So, you know, like plumbing, you know. All right. Oh, that worked pretty good. It's all the way down here. All right. So the wrist we could leave a little bit, you know. It ain't gonna get all the way to her hands. I think that's good. So we'll just pack some more up here. And then we're good. See, it got pretty far down there with this. Yeah, so that stick tool ain't good because there's no power behind it. There's no strength, you know? You need to have strength behind it. Right? All right. See, I'm getting full of fuzzies. I don't care. We're making a doll. We're making a baby. We're making a baby. We're making a baby. Oh, I can't stop singing Eminem in my head. I was listening to him again this morning. My neighbor slammed her window. I was playing, no, it wasn't to Eminem though. Oh, I was playing DMX, Party Up, I think that's the name of the song. You're gonna make me lose my mind, up in here, up in here. That's my summer anthem, by the way. When I was, yeah. And it wasn't the clean version either, okay? Sandra doesn't listen to the clean version of anything unless the kids are home, unless Danny's home, because, But, Jack will walk in and be like, what the fuck are you listening to? But you know what? I could say the same thing about his music, his playlist. He won't even do you know that this kid, he won't even let me listen to his playlist? Like, he has his own playlist on the Amazon Music app, right? And so we're all connected to it, but you just click on your name and that's your profile. So when I went to his list, let me listen to a couple of his songs. Man, I might like them. Because he does like a couple Eminem songs. So I'm like, okay, let me see. So I didn't ask him. I just started playing it. I'm trying to read messages. Yes, Anne. She's talking about little Georgie back there. But anyway, so I put on his playlist, and I was just in the dining room. We were just cooking, or I don't know what we were doing. And I put it on the speaker, and so he comes walking out, and he's, for a second, he wasn't sure, and then he's like listening by the refrigerator, and he's like, what are you listening to? And I said, what, don't you like this song? And he's like, yeah, but where'd you find this? Because he knows I don't listen to that kind of music. He likes more of like the gothic type music, what the kids listen to today. I don't know, but I didn't really prefer it. I don't know if there's one song, I don't know if it's gothic. There's one song I do really like, and I liked it since it came out. And some people are going to probably be like, oh, don't listen to that now. I seen the video first before I actually really loved the song, because you have to understand kind of what it's about. But the song is called Take Me to Church, and it is not a Christian song. It is, no. It is by Hosier, and I love that song ever since it came out. And I think that the tone of the song can be a little eerie at first. But like I said, once you watch the video and once you actually listen to what the song is actually about, it takes on a whole meaning, purpose. So, that it was on his list, but I like that song. So I was playing it. He's heard me play that a couple times anyway. So, but then a lot of his songs were really heavy gothic songs that I think are they're not mainstream. They must be separate category or whatever. And I don't really know, today's music, I don't listen to the radio a lot, only around Christmas time. I'll listen to iHeartRadio and stuff like that. I used to like the morning news shows where the people talk, kind of Kathy Lee and Regis, I used to watch them all the time. But on the radio, podcasts and stuff. But I don't listen to any current music. Very rarely will I catch a song that I like in today's music, okay? I listen to mostly the stuff that I listened to growing up, okay? Not growing up, but in my 20s, all that stuff. Eminem, DMX, Run DMC, all that stuff, Paula Abdul, Britney Spears, of course, Spice Girls. I switch it up. But all that stuff that was, Pink, all those things that were popular, back, So I don't really know current, and so I wouldn't know if what he's listening to is current unless I look at the date of the song was made. But Again, I try to take into consideration his age, number one. I try to take into consideration his style and what the things that he likes. And I'm not listening to it, so I don't have to like it, right? Just like he wouldn't be listening to Britney Spears, right? Personally, I don't like it. I mean, but I was trying to let him know that it's okay to like it. And so that's why I was playing it mostly. And of course I was being nosy as well. I wanted to know what he was listening to. So he's not 18 yet. I still got a couple more months. So, but and then he came over to my phone. He's like, "You're listening to my playlist?" I said, "Yeah, I want to, be cool. I want to, I want to know what you're listening to." So he's like, "No, no, no." He's like, "Turn it off. You're not listening to my playlist." I was like, "Why?" And when the kids do stuff like that, I guess I understand privacy, but there's privacy and then there's hiding, and oh, you're welcome, Tatty. I love you guys. It was the cutest picture. Reborn Tatty and My Little Tulip. They're so cute. Yvonne. He posted a picture of her of freckles. Her freckle face. I believe he did Yvonne already had freckles, I believe, but then he added more freckles to her face, like to kind of bring out, the natural freckles. And let me tell you something. You did a hell of a job. He really did a hell of a job on that. On the freckles. I mean, Yvonne, it looks beautiful. Like, you can't even tell. You can't tell which ones are your real freckles and which ones are tattooed. So that's saying a lot. But it looks really pretty. And you both are you're too cute. Every time I see posts from you two. Okay, anyway. So, what was I saying? Oh, his music list. So I was like, I feel like when they do that to an extent, it's like, what are you hiding? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's music. And I forget the fact that maybe he just feels awkward. Like, what is mom going to think? Or maybe he thinks I'm going to get upset and tell him he can't listen to it. Because, I mean, I have done that occasionally. You can't watch that. You can't listen to that. It's not age appropriate, And, I mean, I get a lot of slack for it. It's like, why? Why can't I? Why? Because you're not old enough, And then they'll start with, well, you let me do this. Well, I'm allowed to do that. And then that's when I start to overthink. And I'm like, okay, well, then if you think that, then you can't watch that no more neither. There you go. Problem solved. And then they'll complain about that. But I've been watching it. You can't just do that. Well, then it's kind of like be grateful for what you have. Stop complaining. When I say, no, you can't watch this because it's inappropriate. When damn well you're already watching shit that is, a little bit older than your age bracket. But because I watch it with you and I hear what you're, listening to, I mean, there'll be times when he has something on and I'll be like, shut that shit off right now. Because that's the thing with YouTube is you don't really know what the kids are going to scroll on, right? Or what comes up, what pops up next. And so, I don't know. But with Jack, it's like, I just want to be in his world. And he doesn't allow me to. It sucks. I know. He's growing up. Okay, he's becoming a young man. He doesn't want his mom listening to his music. I get it. Okay. But it's still, I don't know. It's just songs. I asked him, I said, are you even gonna dance at your wedding with me? Like the mother-son dance? And he's like, I don't know. What do they do that now? I said, what do they do that now? I said, that's been a tradition for many, many years. What do you mean, do they do that now? He says, oh, I've never seen a wedding where they do that. I'm like, well, you've never really been to a wedding, have you? I don't think my kids have ever been to... Oh, no. Jack was at my brother-in-law's wedding. Jason's brother got married after Jack was born. He was so well behaved. He was 3, I think. I think he was 3 at the time, and he was in the stroller. And he slept. I remember we parked him by like the when you first walk in, there was like an open bar area and then a little patio area, enclosed, you know, and that's where everybody was. Like there was a lady there that was taking everybody's coats and stuff like that, and I remember he fell asleep, like, because then you when you go into the party, there's the dance floor, there was a band, everything was loud, everything was so loud. So you know, Jason brought him out. You know, he was dancing. He had fun there. He was dancing all over the dance floor and with his pacifier in his mouth and dancing all over. He had a little suit on. And my mother-in-law actually had her on his lap. She was in a wheelchair at her son's wedding. She was in a wheelchair. She did stand up to dance with him, though, for the dance. So he was sitting on her lap in the wheelchair when they went down the aisle. I remember that day because oh my God, I got up I had a hair appointment to go to the hair salon and get my hair curled. That was the hairstyle I was wearing. And my hair was pretty long at the time, for me anyway. And my hair is really thick. You guys already know that. So went to the salon. I remember it was raining that day. They're on their wedding. It was raining. Ours was raining too. That's funny, right? I didn't even think about that. Anyway. So, got dropped off at the salon because it was down the road. I must have been there for 3 hours. A good thing I had an early appointment. And she couldn't even fully, I think they left a layer somewhere in the middle or underneath. She kind of just curled it on, like, up or something. Because my hair was supposed to be like all medium banana curls. Okay? So it started off good, but as she's going, she's like, oh my God. And they all say the same thing. I didn't realize how much hair you had. I didn't realize how much hair you had. Well, you know, being a beautician, you should have, you know, checked, you know, when I made the appointment. Because I was there getting my nails done when I booked the hair appointment for the wedding. So, and it was a small salon, you know, it was the owner working there and maybe another worker. It was really small. It was like in a little shop behind the pharmacy, I remember. She did nails. She had the nail tech there, and then it was her and then another woman that, like, helped, you know, with the washing of the hair and stuff. But my hair looked good, and then she sprayed it with glitter. She did all the banana curls, and then she sprayed it with glitter. I think we put a couple of rhinestone clips in it. Do you remember how my hair looked that day?
What, my brother's wedding?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Do you remember my full head of curls? You don't remember that?
I'm lucky I remember my name.
Oh, okay. I wish I had a picture of that day. Maybe your brother has pictures. He must. It's his wedding. I know we took pictures.
I thought you had pictures of I won't get it.
Anyway, maybe you should ask him. I would love to see my curls on that day. Remember? Do you remember Jack in a suit, little Jack in a suit, dancing around the dance floor?
Yeah, I remember
And then he fell asleep with all that noise.
that.
I don't know. He took a full nap too. A full nap the kid took after he danced around. And we parked him right over there next to the open bar. And he was sound asleep. My mother-in-law sat with him mostly, and then we switched off, taking turns sitting by the bar watching him. But I remember he ate French fries and he got ketchup all over his suit. I remember him dancing. I remember us. Well, you didn't. Well, you know, they do the games with the bride and stuff. You put $20 in to dance and stuff with her, or dance with the groom. Well, I picked Shelly to dance with. I didn't want to dance with your brother. But anyway, so that was the only wedding any of my kids have ever been to, and they've never been to a funeral. So they've never really experienced life because. You know, the only babies they've experienced are each other, really. Like Ethan, when Ethan was born, you know, Jack coming to the hospital to see Ethan. And then Ethan and Jack were at the hospital when Danny was born. But I mean, other than that, like, I think, I tried to make, like, obviously Jack was my first baby, and my in-laws were still alive, and, we still had family. My mother was still alive, my brother, my sisters were close by. Everybody lived in New York still, and we all got together all the time. We had friends there and everything. And so for Jack, part of his life, his younger years were pretty full of, that sort of thing. And my other two just never got to experience all that, because right after when Ethan was born, that's when everybody started either dying or moving away. And then we didn't have anybody. And so we didn't have parties anymore. We was kind of not, we just didn't do anything anymore. So, got the arms done. I think that's good. I'm just like feeling them to make sure there's no odd spots, where one side is a lot more squishy than the other. I think the wrists are nice. It's really up to like here. I got it right above the wrist. So that's good enough. Okay, so we got the arms done. They feel good. We'll put them down. Now we get to the legs. Okay. Hello. Do you want to see inside this leg? Where are you? Yeah. Okay. I wanted to show you inside the leg before I stuff it. Anyway. Okay, so this is going to be easier because we're going to this will be quicker too than the arms. And I'll try to shut up. I'll try to shut up as much as I can. Just so we can stuff away here. Okay. I really hope Danny doesn't notice a lot of his polyfilm missing, because I don't want to hear it. I'm going to tell him well, if he does, then I'm just going to have to say I'll buy him another bag, but he's going to, because I won't get into it here. But, yeah, this is way easier. So I think before we can we use this side? We need to there we go. Oh, wow. Okay, this is going to be a lot easier. I think. We really just got to get down to the ankle. The foot, there's no way I'm going to be able to get into the, see, how are we going to get into the foot? The foot's just going to have to stay hollow, because there's no way I could get around the foot. It's going to have to be, I'll just have to put shoes on it. Somebody said if you put those white baby walker shoes, I believe Cynthia said that. That's a good tip, Cynthia, if you're the one that told me that. So that they stand, or maybe it was Simone. Somebody said, I think Simone said you're not going to be able to get this doll to stand because she has the authentic one. Somebody, I think, said they put weighting in the feet, and somebody told me about putting the white baby walker shoes. They help to keep the doll stable standing up. We'll see how it goes with either way. I don't think, yeah, that's going to be hard. Like, you would have to pour beads down in there and then get them in the foot. Should I do that? Because there's no way. Look, this is going to stay hollow here. There's no way I could get the stuffing in there. And then I don't like that, how it bends. I would definitely have to get a shoe for this doll. I don't feel like opening the beads and making a goddamn mess with those things. So, we're just going to stuff. And wherever the polyfill ends up, that's where it goes. I don't think we're going to be able to get it all the way to the foot, but at least if we get it down here to the heel, that might work. But we'll see how that goes. hoping if it goes down to the heel. Now I'm going to have to look for baby shoes because I don't have any. Is anybody wearing shoes up there? No. And this baby has a big foot. I don't even know. It's probably a size 2, I would think. I'm trying to think if I kept any of those shoes I bought, but they were girls anyway. I don't think so. See, I sell everything, and then when I need it, I don't have it. Then I gotta buy it again. It's all right. Okay. All right, it's going towards the ankle. All right. We're getting it. I think I could get some here. As long as I could get it in here, then we'll have to deal with that. We got to keep pushing. We got to keep pushing this. The other leg, I'm probably going to pause you. Just so we have done, and then we could put the limbs on and then the head. Oh my God, I'm covered in this. Okay. Let's just try. We are going to get this down to fucking. Oh my gosh. Now, you know, I'm just like, that's why I want to pause you so I can just fucking shove it all the way in. Shove it. Get it to where it needs to go. Too much work with this, huh? And Jason's like, why don't you buy a bunch of them and sell them? Like, make them and sell them? Who the fuck is going to buy that? Like, oh, how much money am I going to make off of that after shipping? Money? Be like, yes, buy this doll, okay, and the shipping and this and that, and I'll send you a 20 in the box with the doll. I'm like, what? Like, no, that is not a good idea. That is not going to be a moneymaker, okay? But I mean, he had, I guess, oh my God. I mean, I do know people that, like, reweight, they'll buy the replicas, reweight them and wig them, whatever, give them eyelashes and all that, and then, bling bling and dress them up. And I know somebody on Macari does that, and she does them nice, not knocking nothing. Look at this. No, this is not going to cut. I mean, look at it looks like he's wearing a, oh my God. Ooh. Definitely going to need a sock and a shoe for this one. I mean, it's getting. Man, my hands are going to be so sore. I got to do stuff tomorrow. Watch, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to see my wrists. Oh my God, my wrists. Jason's going to say, what the fuck were you doing? I'm making a baby. Look, I still have this rash and I haven't worn the chain. So I guess I must have psoriasis, eczema, or stress rash of the day. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's getting there. I just wanted, if I could get it like to the foot, I know it's not going to go in the top part of the foot, but if I could just get it to the ankle and the heel, I think we'll be good, at least for now, Oh, man, me. Okay, it's going. I'm going to pause you for a few. Almost done. Just 2 more minutes. Okay, guys. So, I stuffed the arms. I stuffed the legs. Everything's looking good. the legs, you know, the first one, I kind of packed it down a little bit too much, I feel, because, you know, I mean, they feel pretty even, you know, pretty much. Of course, the feet are not, you know, full. I did get the, you know, down here to about the back of the ankle on both. There might be some in the middle of the ankle coming down. And, you know, they're both pretty much even. So we have those full. And we have the arms. So now we're going to attach the limbs to the body. Okay? And then stuff the body. I think that's how you do it. I hope. I hope that's how you do it. So let's start. So I guess start with the legs, right? And this is the front. No, what's the front of the body? Okay, that's the back. So this is the front. And I said, baby's coming together. It's coming together. All right. Let's see. Definitely going to be over a 2-hour video today. So thank you for sticking around. Again, I probably most likely won't be doing one tomorrow. And then Friday, we'll see, you know. It depends how much I get done tomorrow. You know, and then it's the weekend. And then Danny's last day is Wednesday. Wednesday, I believe. So 3 days after the weekend. And then that's it. That's it for me and for you. All right. Well, not for you. You guys could escape. Yeah, I hope. All right, I hope everything works out with this body. No, I hope I'm doing this right. Before I tighten this, it looks right. I mean, I have plenty of zip ties, so I'm not really worried if I have to redo a limb. But I think it's on, right? Is it in there? Yeah, it's in there. Okay. Now, we don't want the limbs too tight neither, because we want her to be, him or her to be able to sit. And I think I might have made it too tight already. But again, we're practicing. We're gonna stuff it first, and if it's not movable, then we will redo it, because I have the zip ties. So if I would be shitting a brick right now if I didn't have any extra zip ties. So I don't think I even would have bought the kit if I didn't have the extra zip ties, to be honest with you. So thank you, Alicia, because I wouldn't have been able to do this without you. Help! How do I? I'm not gonna give up. I'm not giving up. I'm not gonna throw it out the window. I'm not. This is my arts and crafts for the day. Some relaxation. Okay. All right, so we got. All right, it's coming along. It's coming along. We gotta stuff the butt. All right. So should we stuff it a little bit first before we put the arms? Let's see. Well, I think the arms would help us, right? I don't know. Let's just try it out and see. Okay, so now I'm using the soft, fluffy stuff. Okay. I think if we do a little bit of this before we put the arms, it might make it easier to hold. I don't know. If you let me know how you guys put together your dolls, maybe a tip or two that would make this a little easier, or if I should put the arms first, I don't know. I'm just thinking that if I have some filling in it, then it'll give me a little bit of control over, you know, the body here. Instead of it just being limp, it'll have some, you know, some I could grab while I'm doing the arms here. I did not realize, a good thing I had Danny's polyfill too, because I don't think I would have made it with just this bag for everything. I did not realize how much polyfill it takes to make a doll. So this is a lesson too, because I'm not a doll maker. I don't know. Like I said, I just, I'll remove weight or add weight or remove stuffing to make it floppier, or add if it's too floppy, but that's about all I do. I don't, you know, is that butt too big or? She's at the badonkadonk. Oh, all right. I think it's meant to do that, right? I don't know. But see, it's looking better, you see? Right? Okay, so it's starting to take shape. Starting to take shape. So we're going to put some more. Are these, see, okay, that one is still movable. See, that's another thing. Yeah, that too, but I think this one needs to go on a little tighter. But we'll do that after, come on, Polly. Oh, all right. All those names, no offense to anybody that has one of these names neither. I'm just saying because my mom had a lot of cats when we were growing up. In and out cats, okay? And for some reason, like, whenever I think of the cat's name, like, I can never name my dolls that. Never. And I know some people probably have their dolls' names this, but because my mom used to name the cats, like, matching kind of names, I guess. And I remember we had cats, Molly, Polly, and Holly. So those 3 names I can't do because they remind me of the cats. So Molly, Polly, when I said Polly for the polyfill, that's what made me think of the cats. Molly, Polly, and Holly. And, you know, those, I mean, Rusty was another cat I remember, but yeah, all the cats, I won't tell cat stories because I know there's a lot of animal lovers on my channel. And my mom loved animals, but I don't think she, how do I put it? She didn't have the time to take full care of the animals she would have. And not that like she didn't take care of them. I don't mean that. I mean, I think she just had more on her plate than she could handle at times, and she just thought she could do it all. And, you know, so there was a lot of, you know, I guess we also felt like she would give her attention to the pets. And not that, I don't want to make it sound like that. I mean, when you have other responsibilities, right, other than just your children, you have a job or you have pets or you have, you know, parents that you got to take care of, you have this and that. You know, even if you have more than one child, and this is a fact, it takes away from the one that's there already. So by her getting so many pets, and then she would have to take care of the pets and feed them and bathe them, bring them to the vet and this and that. Where's the cat? Oh, we gotta look for the cat. This and that. It kind of took away from our time as children as well, because she was so busy with the cats, cleaning, cooking, everything else. And so we felt a little like, okay, well, what the fuck, you know? It's the same thing if you have more than one child. When you have your first child, they get everything. You do everything together, this and that. And then when you have your second child, your first child feels that because now you have to take care of a new baby. Now you have another responsibility. Now you can't just play whenever they want to. You can't just do whatever when you want to. So same thing if you work outside the home and you have children. You have a job you have to go to. You can't stay home and play, you know, hopscotch all day as much as you'd like to, watch Dora the Explorer all afternoon and Bluey. You can't because you have an obligation somewhere else. So it was just, that's what I meant by her taking on more than, you know. And so I think that's also where I get that mentality of I don't like pets. I would never have them because I know myself and I know that I wouldn't want to take care of a pet. Plain and simple. At least I have that logic to say, like, I'm not just going to get a pet and be like, okay, yeah, sure, let's get a pet. Knowing that I don't want one. You know, I mean, come on. You know, I'm not obligated to have a pet. You know. You know, I feel like there's enough stressors in the world. And Jason's like, yeah, but a cat could be nice and comforting and this and that. Yeah, it could be. So could the dolls, you know, and they don't pee. They don't require any extra money unless you want to, you know, buy them a new outfit or this. They don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to bring them to a doctor. You don't have to feed them. You don't have to get litter. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to worry about them pissing everywhere and shitting. And I just can't, the upkeep, I don't want it. I don't want that responsibility. And, you know, Jack's older now, and I did think of getting, you know, him a kitten. I said, but you would have to keep it in your room with the door closed and put the litter box in your bathroom. And he thought about it. He's like, yeah, I do. And then he came back to me. He's like, you know what? If the cat can't roam around, you know, if I have to keep him in here, then no, I don't want him. Because, and he thought about it, and it's true. You know, he doesn't want to have to keep the cat confined to one room. You know, what kind of life is that for a cat? So at least he, you know, he was sensible about it. He wants the cat, but then he thought about it and he's like, you know, that wouldn't be fair to the cat. So maybe one day when he has his own house, let him have his pet cat. Me, I would prefer a puppy. I'm more I'm more of a I'm more of a puppy girl. I love puppy breath when they're babies, the puppy breath, and they lick your face. That was always cute. We used to go to the mall when they sold the puppies there, and we would get one out of the cage and play with it in the little room. And you know, we did have puppies growing up too. You know, that's all cute and fine and cute and stuff, but you know, the reality is we weren't taking care of him. My mother was. So of course it's cute, you know? And that's another thing is like, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to say, oh yes, I will have a pet, you know, I'll take care of the pet. And then Jason winds up taking care of it because then that, you know, and now that he is trying to go back to work part-time, you know, because he can't work full-time, you know. But you know, he's just not able to. So, but anyway, I mean, so no time for pets. Anyway, we're looking good. I don't know if I got it in right, this leg. Is that why it popped out? I think maybe the zip tie could be crooked in there because it doesn't look like the other leg. Well, if it pops off, let me just do it again. So, but it's looking good. Look. Okay, arm time. So we're almost there, guys. And the head's already stuffed, so that's it. He's squishable. Should I put more? Once the arms are in, I'll know, right? If I need to put more down there or not. Okay. So let's get the first arm here. I'm so happy you guys stuck around to see me put together my first doll. I'm going to put that in the title too. Come join Sandra in putting together her first Reborn baby doll. I have to always put replica though, right? I think because some people don't want to watch. Some people don't like us. Some people don't like the people that collect replicas as well because they look down upon us and frown upon us. And to those people, I say, I don't give a fuck because I'm going to collect what I want to collect with my money. There's many reasons why people have replicas. I'm sure every one of us collectors would love an authentic Reborn. Love one, right? Pick the best of the best. But not all of us can afford to get one. And so is that fair? Like, I could talk about this time and time again. I think it's such a stupid subject. You know, like telling people what they could buy with their money. You know, it's not like you went over and stole the sculpt from the sculptor. Somebody already did that. And then they're selling it to make money. And us collectors want a bargain, you know? And if we could afford the authentic, sure, I'm sure we'd choose it. But if you can't, this is a pretty good alternative, you know? And if it makes you happy and, you know, it's doing what it's supposed to for you, then by all means, you do you, you know? I don't think anybody should be hated for that. But you know what I learned? People are going to hate no matter what you do. You can't make everybody happy. You can't please everyone. And if somebody is going to judge you or hate you for the things you buy, the things you wear, the things, you know, that you have in your home, or how you look or whatever, then they could all fuck off, because that's not being a real person. That's being a bitch. We'll just say that. Okay. Okay. That's still loose there, enough to move. This one I might have put on too tight. No. See, I need to put more stuffing. No, see, this will pop right off. So, but why doesn't it move? Or maybe because, I don't know. But look, we got it together. Look. Ah! Okay, so we're going to put some more stuffing in here. I'm going to sign this. Should I sign it? It's my first doll. I'll put the date. My prototype. Okay, so let's stuff it some more. Oh. Okay. I do have a subject of something I want to talk about. Not today, though, because it would take me way too long to start that subject. But I do have a topic that I'd like to discuss. I just have to see how to put it into words, because, you know, my words tend to be not so nice sometimes. At least the words I'm using to describe something. But because I don't want it to be, it's not meant to be like a bashing video, but it is a subject and something that has been on my mind. And I just kind of want to get everybody's opinions, because, you know, I feel that it's kind of unfair. It's an unfair situation. You know, and some people say, well, Sandra, life's not fair. But that's why I like to get your opinion. See what you would do in that circumstance, or how you would feel, you know? So we'll talk about that another time. Okay, I think we need a little bit more in the arm area. Wow, this takes a lot of stuffing. I'm really shocked with how much polyfill, you know, you got to use. Really, I did not think it was going to be this much. Maybe if, you know, you use beads, you have less polyfill. I don't know. You know, I don't want to make her look like a football player neither, but I know once that head is on, it's gonna need support from somewhere to stay up. So, like eating the polyfill at this point, inhaling it. Okay, let's see if that's any good. I mean, the head isn't even on. The doll's getting pretty heavy. I mean, not heavy, but getting pretty hefty. I mean, it's not light. Okay, let's see. Imagine if you put that stack of beads in here. I mean, nice. See, I don't like when the arms go like that, but maybe once the head is on, that'll be different. So let's try and stick the head on and see where we're at with that. Okay. I think this needs to go down a little more. There's too much in the chest area. And I hope this is not like a no-neck doll. I think I might have to adjust this like that, maybe. Because if you want to hold up her head, his head, I keep saying her, you know, then you need to have that in the back. Okay. Looking good. So let's get the head. Okay, here we go. Here's the head. It's a rainy day out again. Rainy, shitty day. There you are. No, this is definitely a boy. You are a little man. Look how cute, right? Like, I think that's really, really good for a replica doll. Now, obviously, I'm not a fan of the hair painting. It's not bad, okay? It's not a bad hair painting. It's just very simple, pencil-like, you know? But it's not bad. And, The eyes are nice. The eyebrows are done nice. The lips, the face is so cute. It has the open mouth. You do have to remember these dolls are not sealed, so keep them away from ink or water or anything like that. I would not try to wipe them off or anything like that. But really, really cute. Really cute. Okay, so let's try to attach you to your body, sir. Oh, look. Oh, so handsome. Let's see you. So I think this is a good amount. Poly filled the neck. Let's try and tighten this if I can, like this. I don't know. I think Jason's snoring. He probably fell asleep. All right, don't roll off. Don't roll off. Don't roll, don't roll, don't roll. Okay. Let's see. No. Okay. I should have done this the other way. Oh. Was that it? Okay, let me see. Okay, it's there. Before we tighten it, let's see how we hold his head up. Ah, on the back, this says Joanna Kazmierzak. Well, we know that's wrong. Like, I don't think they should put that. Like, I don't think they should put, like, the original sculptor on a replica. I think that part is wrong. Like, make the replica fine, but this is not her, like, this is not her work, like, this vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Like, this particular, like, the face is, but the way it's made is not, right? So she shouldn't have her name associated with the replica. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Oh, I think he's exercising. It also confuses new collectors because if this is out there, right, and somebody goes to list this for sale and they say, oh, it has let me see the neck, because we always say that, right? And it says the artist's name, they may think it's inauthentic and that the person just doesn't have the COA. And that's the scary thing in this Reborn world, is that you don't know. Unless you're a collector that's been here a while and you know your sculpts and you know the replicas and you know what to look for and what, you know, what to watch for. I mean, I've been collecting dolls for so many years. I mean, the Reborns, when I first got into it, I studied them. I went to McPherson's, I went to Irresistibles, I went to wherever, and I looked at all the dolls several times. I just looked through every page, every doll, every sculpt, and I would start writing things down. And then I started doing my homework with things, you know, and then you learn in the hobby. You learn through things and through people. And I think I'm pretty knowledgeable at this point. I'm sure there's some that I don't know. But I did not know that Joanna Kazmierzak did the sculpt. So there you go. Clock it. I've been going around doing that, and Danny's like, will you stop it? Okay. Maybe it's from my new detergent. Wait, when was this starting? I forgot. Because remember me talking to you about the new Gain detergent with that awesome smell? Now I'm thinking, because I haven't been wearing the chain, maybe it's from my clothes. But wouldn't that get it all over like that? I don't know. Anyway, okay, here's the baby. And tell me what you guys think. I'm going to dress him and stuff. I think he could be stuffed a little more, but I don't want him to be, you know, overstuffed. How cute! The baby is born at 1:43:45. That's the timestamp on the video, by the way. Oh, he's cute, guys. Now, I agree that he's probably not going to stand, especially with his head hanging like that. And he's like, hello, how are you? I'm going to get poked in the eye with one of these things. I got to cut them off. And then we'll play around with him some more, get him a diaper, and his outfit, right? And some socks. So, let me pause you and get all that stuff together because right now I have so many things and I'm going to cut these ties off and I'll be back and we'll dress them together. Okay, I didn't want to lose you guys, so I just have one more and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we have a baby. Yay, a baby was made. Woohoo! So I'm going to show you the baby. We're going to put on the diaper together. We're going to put on the outfit. And then we're going to see the completed baby, okay? So I was looking all over for diapers. And I just bought those newborn bluey diapers. But I don't think that's going to fit him. So I have a Millie Moon, one of two that I have left. So I got to get more Millie Moons. But here is the completed baby. Didn't he turn out cute, guys? Now, I made him with a little floppy head. I could have put more stuffing up here, and I could always change it if Danny thinks, because I'm sure he's going to be playing with him next. But, he's a little floppy because even though he has the big straight legs, he is cuddly, more like a baby, like a bigger baby, like an older baby. So really, really cute. And, like, you could snuggle him, he's cute, play with him and hold him. He's cute. I think he's adorable. So, let's put his diaper on. So I left him a little floppy. He could turn his head, okay? The arms gave me a little problem because they were loose, like they could fall off, but yet they weren't turning. So I had to fix that. That one doesn't really turn well. I think I put it so that they could move, but they can't really turn because look, you see what I'm saying? Like, it looks like it could pop off, but at the same time, like, it was really hard. And I don't want to mess with it because the seam is really not good on these bodies. It's, like, starting to rip. So I'm not going to mess with it, just leave it like that. He can just flop around and whatever. His legs are movable. So he can sit if I want him to sit. Wow, that's sharp under there. We got to do something with that. So if he wants to sit, he could sit, which he's probably going to do, or lay down or whatever. But this is sharp under here, kid. We got to do something with that. I didn't want to open that again, but we will have to. And that's okay, because I want to actually put it in that. Okay, so. And Georgie's back there just watching. Okay. Sometimes I use a nail file when those things are too sharp. But I cut that one. I think I cut that one enough. That's not going to be sharp. These, I think, are okay. All right. And the neck one is good. Okay. So let's dress him. Let's first put on his diaper. And I think Danny's going to be so happy to have another buddy. See what he names this one, right? And the other guy, Georgie, back there. But, overall, honestly, it did take a lot of polyfill. And, it took a minute to make them. Well, 2 hours. But I think it's a fun thing to do if you're willing to make the doll. And I also think it's a good value. It really is. I probably used a whole bag of polyfill between half of Danny's and half of mine. So that was like, I would say $7 for polyfill, and the kit was $27.99. So that's a really freaking good deal to make a nice toddler doll for yourself, or someone else. This probably is too small, but it's bigger than the bluey one, so we'll have to deal with it for now, okay? Here we go. Let me see. right. It'll work. It'll work. It fits. It fits. It's a little bit snug, but it'll work. Okay. I think, you know, the reviews said that the body, the torso was too small for the doll. It is a little on the tiny side, but you know what? It's okay. I think it works. It's not like it's not like, you know, overly small, you know, that it looks ridiculous with the limbs, especially when we're going to get him dressed now. I think he's so cute. He is so cute. I want to get a not magnified. I want to modify some pacifiers for him, so I got to look for those. Um, you know, just that I could cut the nipple off to fit his face. Because he does have a magnet, but it's not going to work really well because when I stuffed his head, I remember that it was like in there, and that's hard, you know, to get a magnet to go all the way through like that, unless it's a really strong magnet, which they don't have. So, I'm going to get him some ones and modify them. That'll be really cute. Maybe get him a cute hat or something. Maybe like a sun visor or even like a ball cap. You know, that would be cute for a baby. Or a hood. He could wear something with a hood. But I think he's really cute. He is really cute. Now, I don't think I've ever had one of Joanna Kazmierczak's babies before, so I can't say like if this is accurate in sizing or you know, anything like that. But anybody that has the Sandie kit, the authentic Sandie kit, I'm curious to know what you think. Like, if this is close or is it totally out of proportion or, you know. But I think he looks pretty damn good for Replica. Pretty good. Let's dress him. Okay, so I'm going to put the socks on him just so he has more of a, we're going to do gray fuzzy socks on him. And then, or what socks do you have on? You want to trade for gray fuzzies? No, you don't look, he looks like, I'm going to name him Elvis. I should have told you I didn't name him Elvis. Okay, he just reminds me of Elvis. I don't know if it's the hair or what. Okay, so we got socks. Now, these are the two outfits we have to choose from at the moment because he's wearing the other one, which I think that would go really well on him. Now, he has blue eyes, so maybe we should just dress him in the blue ones, the Looney Tune one. So we have, this is the blue Looney Tunes one I showed you guys, the Space Jam with Daffy Duck and Bugs Bunny and the little blue shorts. And he has the blue eye, so I think that will go really good on him. And then I also got the Mickey Mouse Red Champion. I'm thinking of we'll change Georgie in this, if he fits. And we'll put the blue one on New Guy, okay? Let's do that. So, we'll leave the red one there for New Guy. But first, let's dress you. I mean, well, you're still New Guy, but you have a name, so you're Georgie. He looks so happy, right? Okay. So, this is really cute. And I don't know why I thought it was Tom and Jerry. I'm like, I went back and I'm like, this ain't right. You know, I want the Tom and Jerry one. And I went to look and I was like, there is no Tom and Jerry here. Sandra, what are you talking about? I'm like, I don't know. So, oh my gosh, I got to tell you guys some news. In case you guys haven't watched Amanda's latest video over at Wawa's Angels Nursery, I think you guys better go check it out. So these shorts are a little too big in the waist, but we're gonna have to roll them and then that'll be okay. They'll stay up, I think. I hope. Come on. The 3 to 6, they'll fit once the shirt's over it. I mean, they're not gonna fall off. They're not fitted, but see, I had to roll them up once, but they're good. Let me just get this shirt on him, and then I'll tell you my good news before I dress Georgie. So you guys all know by now, if you watch Cuddles by Christina, she just had a box opening of a baby that she won from Amanda at Wawa's Angels Nursery, because the original 700 subscriber giveaway winner did not contact Amanda in time or at all, or I don't even know. But so Amanda picked a new winner, and she happened to pick Christina's number. So Christina just did a beautiful box opening over there. Really pretty. Amanda always makes it nice with a bracelet, handmade bracelet. I love my bracelet. And she puts other little goodies in there. So the Magic Mixies was adorable, by the way, Christina, the little mini ones. You got to tell me what they do, though. Danny was asking for a Magic Mixie one year, but then I think we got the Hello Kitty toaster last year. Was that last year? That was a waste. Those were like, remember, I tell you, one and done toys. Like, the thrill is there. You know, you want to do it. You want to make it or whatever. But then it's like, it sits there. Those things are just sitting there. Anyway. So, yeah, you got to tell me what those Magic Mixies do. So she opened beautiful baby. So cute. So cute. And I was so happy that she won. Anyway, so okay, so he's in his outfit. It looks really cute. He's definitely a boy. I'm going to have to change the things in his arms, I think. Because, I'll do that off camera though. Because I put them too tight and they're not moving. And I don't like that. But, and I don't want to rip the body. I mean, you know, as long as he can put them down. Okay. And when honestly, I might stuff him a little more just so he holds up a little more. I want to do that because he's very floppy. Let's see. So here's the outfit on him. Yeah, I think I need to. He's so cute though in the blue, right? How cute is that? That's 3 to 6 months. I mean, he's adorable. He's adorable. What I'm gonna do though before Danny comes home, I'm gonna just pop his head off again, stuff him some more so he's not looking down at the floor, and I also want to switch these out so that he can move his arm, because it's not rotating. You know, you can move them, but they're not rotating like the legs to sit, you know, or stand. So I'm gonna do that once we're done with the video. But for now, but really, really cute, right? I did good. I think he's a really cute doll for the price. Wow. Okay. So let me see if he stands at all. He stands, but he's looking down. And so that's why I got to put more weight in this area to keep him up. But really cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. So let's dress Georgie as I tell you my good news. Then we'll go. So I was watching Amanda's video, and she was picking 5 or 6 different giveaway winners for some of them were hidden, if not all. But I was the winner of one of them. So I won a giveaway from Amanda at Wawa's Angels Nursery for Posh Peanut stockings. Well, socks. They're like knee-highs, I believe. So I'm hoping they work for one of the girls, either Maggie or Maddie, because I don't think they're tiny like for Rosalie. But we'll see when they get here. So excited for that. Some peach bonnet socks. Some Posh Peanut socks. Sandra, slow down, okay? So here's Grumpy Man. Okay. Reminds me of how Jason looks when he wants a pork chop. All right. I will say, I think the, he just farted, I think. I know it's the, the vinyl on this doll is a little grayish. It does have a grayish tone now that I'm looking at it. Maybe it's because he's in blue. Maybe once I put red. But like, remember, I was telling you he's pale, more pale than the girls. I think looking at him, he's more gray, like a grayish tone. Which some of the Paradise Galleries dolls did that, but I think it's just his limbs, really. It's not his face because he has coloring in the face. I think it's just his limbs. But look at how he wore this. He really stretched this out. Look at that. This is all stretched out. Look. Oh my God. Well, that's his outfit now. That's his outfit. I mean, this doll is so cute that I would even like get one to make a girl, like a twin. It's really cute. I wish they had different color eyes, like brown ones. But I really like this doll. He reminds me of like a baby, but bigger, you know, but not Jagunda, like this guy over here. Like Georgie. Georgie Porgy ate too much pudding and pie. He kissed the girls and made them cry. So he's definitely going to stretch this out. If it even fits. Gee, Georgie. I know I definitely don't have a diaper for you. Oh my God. This is like a diaper on you. Thank God your hair smells better. It smells like perfume. All right. It fits him, but you know, Georgie. And we got to brush your hair, Georgie. It's a mess. I want to fix that doll before Danny gets home, and I want to set up the tea party with all the toddlers for him. And I'll take some pictures for you guys and try and post them on Instagram, which I did put up a couple pictures lately, like of the nursery and stuff, but I haven't, besides that, like, I don't post on Instagram as much as I used to. Not nearly as much as I used to before I had a channel, that's for sure. But I still try with every new doll I get, at least one picture, and like, you know, when I do new things like the nursery and stuff. But this fits him really well, actually. And he looks good in red. He reminds me of like I don't know, like a mafia dude. Yo, where's my money? Frankie better have my money tonight or else. Yo, where's Frankie? Tell Frankie you better bring me some gabagool. He looks cute in the red though. Really cute. So, all right. So we got to do his hair, but I'll do that when we're done here. I'm going to fix his hair. I'm going to give some more weight to this guy here. I'm going to pop his head off, put more weight stuff in here, and I'm going to replace these zip ties so that he's that. But he looks adorable. Really, really sweet. I mean, I don't want to lose the cuddle because he does have like that cuddling factor, you know? He's cute. But let me show you the difference, them both in their outfits, and then we're going to go. So I have time to do that before Danny gets home. Same size outfit. But there's your little brother. Now you have a little brother.
I thought I already had a little brother. Well, now you have another one. Why you always look so mean? I'm not. That's just my face. That's just my resting bitch face. Oh, okay. Cool. Brothers? Yeah, brothers.
So, they're both really cute. I mean, I think I did well. Considering Derek. But definitely I, again, would definitely recommend Terabithia for the replicas, especially if you're just trying a replica for the first time. You're really not sure, like maybe you've seen them and you're teetering. You're like, I really can't afford an authentic, but I really want a new doll right now. And I really love this face and everybody's showing this one. And maybe, I've seen this doll on Sandra's channel and maybe I should give it a shot because it really is cute, but I'm not sure. Listen, if you're going to try a replica for the first time, I highly recommend Terabithia, okay, on Amazon. I would type in, now I've never had the smaller ones, okay, and make sure they have cloth bodies, not full vinyl bodies, because I never had those either. The only ones I could speak for, are the 24-inch toddler dolls from Terabithia. So, with the cloth bodies. So, I mean, they look real. I mean, obviously, like you see me put that doll together. You could weight it however you want. If you want to put, the glass beads in the limbs, if you want to just put a bag of glass beads in the bum or in the torso or wherever, however you like your doll. That's another good thing about this type of doll is you could customize it to how you like it to be. Instead of having to take stuffing out like with the other ones. I didn't really do anything. I don't think I took any stuffing out of Maddie or Maggie. I might have took a little out of Maggie, or I'm not sure. But for the most part, when you buy them, all fully put together, it depends what you want them for, right? Because if you want them to feel real, then you're going to have to reweight them because none of the replicas come like weighted like a Reborn. So you're going to have to do some kind of work towards that if you want like the weighting to be real. But other than that, they look real when they're sitting there. They have a play factor. If you have children, you don't have to worry that the arm's going to fall off and oh my God, there goes hundreds of dollars. It's really nice. Even if you're a grandparent or an aunt, an uncle, whatever, and you're a collector of authentic dolls and you have your nieces and nephews and grandchildren come over to visit you often and you don't want them really touching your authentic dolls, buy them a couple of these, and keep them on your couch. And then when they come, be like, oh, these are the dolls, these are your babies. Take care of them, and you don't have to have that worry that, oh my God, my doll, my doll. Hell, I hardly touch Jillian because I'm so afraid that, one of her hairs is going to fall out. I mean, and if you're the owner, can you even imagine? I can't imagine. Sorry, I'm getting a message. Anyway, so, I can't even imagine, right? Like a little kid or something like going, I can't even imagine Danny. Danny would never. Danny would never. But he knows mom and he knows mom's dolls and how serious mom is about her dolls. So if it were like somebody that didn't live here, like a niece, nephew, somebody that only comes once in a while and they're younger, like 5, 6 years old, of course they're going to go. They're curious. They're going to go there. I don't want to try to pick it up. Nope. You thought. That's what my mother always used to say all the time. Then we caught up on that. And then everybody, me, my brother, my sisters, we would always say that, ain't you thought. Somebody would get in trouble or whatever. Like, ain't you thought. Like, you can't go outside. Anyway, yeah, I wish I was that young again. Oh my gosh. Did I get cut on something? Holy shit. It can't be that my skin is just that dry. I got like a cut here now. Anyway, I'm falling apart. I'm like, maybe I'm an alligator or something, a crocodile. I'm just shedding or something. Anyway, so I'm going to go because it's a little over 2 hours now. I have shit to do. I still got to write out Jack's graduation card, put that together. I have another card I got to write out for him. I have to make sure his box is all up to date with everything that needs to go in there. And I have to we have to blow up balloons, put those up on the wall. I still have to order a gold tablecloth and finalize a little list for what Jason has to pick up on Friday when he goes to get the cake. So lots to do. And first I want to take care of this and set up the scene for Oh, he didn't want the tea party. He brought out, I bought him, I had actually posted a picture of this last summer on my Instagram page of things to keep kids busy for the summer. And I found this little on clearance, this $5 wooden train set at Walmart. And I meant to put it out for Christmas, but we never did. So Danny's like, "Oh, I know we could play trains." So he went in there and he got it this morning, and it's sitting right there. That's what I got to set up, the trains for the boys. So I'll just have a little play set up. So yeah, so I'm gonna fix his head, his arms, and brush this guy's hair, set up the trains, and then I'm gonna move over to the dining room and start writing the list and writing cards. And yeah, and I will see you. Um, like I said, depending on, it just all depends what I could get done and when. So I could be back tomorrow, who knows? But I'm gonna say most likely not. And then Friday is graduation party, so you might see like little short videos from me or posts of pictures on my community wall. And you know, I get a lot of like pop-up messages from YouTube when I'm on here. So yeah, you'll see me at some point. And then, but I mean, like for another like full length video like this is probably Monday. Because that's gonna be Monday, Tuesday. I think they have half days. Babe, does Danny have half days next week? He doesn't hear me. I think they might. So we're gonna have to get in at least one more 2-hour chat before summer starts because, okay. So there will be Monday or Tuesday will be a full length feature. But until then, I'm happy you were here with me today. And oh my God, polyfill everywhere. And thank you to Amanda. And I can't wait. I'm so happy I won. I finally won a giveaway. I'm so happy. So we'll be opening that too when it gets here. I don't know when she's mailing them or anything like that. So we will open that together as well. So that might come Saturday. So that would consider a video, right, for Happy Mail. Hi, Suzanne. Yes. Yes, Charlotte is a boy. Definitely. Thank you. Yes. Some people are agreeing. Some people are saying, no, it's the old girl. It's really your own perspective and what you see. And for me, I seen boy instantly. Even though it arrived in a frilly dress and pigtails, I just went, boy. Like some dolls just do that to you. Other dolls, you got to be like, what are you? You know? So it's really all depends. But yes, Suzanne, I completely agree with you. And Danny does too. Danny agrees with you too. Thank you so much, Suzanne. He said thank you. I told him I read any comments that anybody leaves about Danny or his art or anything. I always let him know what people say. So I read him the comments this morning, and Suzanne, he said thank you so much. He really loves doing those clay art things, and he's always running out of clay because he uses a lot of the same colors for like the same kind of characters. Like they all have different colors, but he uses a lot of like the white, red, blue, stuff like that. So he's always needing more clay. I'm gonna buy him another set for the summer too to keep him busy. Anyway, this last set that he got from Sherry for graduation, Sherry sent Danny a really cool clay set. It had like 20 clays in it, and then like there's a picture of a koala in the middle. So he didn't realize till he opened it, Sherry, that there's actually 2 molds in there that you could make a rainbow, like for Play-Doh, you know? You can make a rainbow or you can make a unicorn. So he made a unicorn last night as well. And then there was some like tools in there, like engraving tools, stuff like that, so that he can make more of a, design and detailing tools. So that was a nice surprise. Plus there was 3 bigger packages of clay, 2 white and a red. So that's great because he loves the white because he incorporates white in almost every figure. So that was really cool. So thank you so much to Sherry for sending Danny a graduation gift too. She didn't want to leave Danny out. So she sent Jack a very nice gift card. And a card that I didn't get the card yet, Sherry. I'm assuming it's coming today. And then I'll put that in there and put from you and Ellie and family. So yeah, so we got those. And Danny was so thrilled with that when he got those. So thank you again. And just everybody that has helped making this graduation day special. And I will, when I do the short, you know, just kind of mention some names. I know Deb at Reborn, oh my God, Reborn Hollow Harmony, I think, or Harmony Hollow. She sent money for the cake, and that was how I was able to order the cake. So thank you again, Deb. And Anne sent a beautiful gift to him. Sherry sent a beautiful gift. Alicia sent a beautiful gift. So we're able to get cannolis and cupcakes to go with the cake. And also Christina is going to be sending Pizza Hut for dinner. So thank you to all of you. Seriously, it is so nice. This community is so wonderful and loving and caring and giving. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, so I will get back to those messages, anybody that wrote to me during the video. And I will see you all next time. Oh, there's Anne again. Hi, Anne. And I will see you all next time on Little Meatballs Nursery. Don't forget to, whoa, his head almost went flying off. Don't forget. He's such a cutie. And don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, because we need to get to 1,000, guys. Okay, we're going to have a big, nice giveaway. I have an idea of what I'm going to do. But I'm not 100% sure yet, but we got to get there first. I am going to do a smaller giveaway when we hit 950, 960, somewhere in there. So let's go, guys. Subscribe, share the video, put it out there. We'll get more people and we do more prizes and giveaways. And it's going to be a great year. It already is. We're already like 6 months in, right? Isn't it almost Christmas in July? Christmas is going to be here so quick. I know Simone was like, not Christmas yet, Sandra. But, you know, Simone, listen, I'm going to be talking about Christmas soon, okay? So, girl, you're just going to have to clock it. You're just going to have to deal with it, Simone, because you know that when starting in July, it's going to be starting Christmas Sandra talk, okay? Christmas Sandra talk? No, Sandra Christmas talk. I'm just going to be talking. Talk. Anyway, bye-bye, guys. I don't want to leave you, but I have to do this stuff before Danny gets home. So I will see you next time on Little Meatballs Nursery. And bye, guys. Bye. Oh, I feel like I'm forgetting something. If I'm forgetting anything, I'll put it in the description below. But thank you. Big, huge thank you again to everybody. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.